This video is about getting started with a simple app project in practice. At this stage, the desired functionality of the app and the structure of the backend Rust function are clear. In the previous chapter, I explained how to utilize an official IOTA example and convert it into a Rust API function. To facilitate the implementation process, I have decided to create the entire user interface and provide it for download from GitHub. In this Flutter project, the front-end handling is complete, but keep in mind that the project is not fully finished. The connection to the backend and the calls to the REST API function are still pending. In the remaining part here, I will demonstrate how to download the Flutter project from GitHub and explain its contents. Additionally, we will prepare the Rust project and set up the Flutter Rust bridge. The download link for the Flutter project can be found below the video. Copy the Git link and switch to your terminal. Enter git clone followed by pasting the link. Once the download is complete, change the directory to simple app and execute the command code. This will open Visual Studio Code. The IDE asks you if you trust me and if you want to install or update dependencies. To do so, click Run pub-get. Next, use the shortcut combination Command+J to open a terminal. To ensure everything is set up correctly, check your Flutter version by running the command flutter-doctor. If your SDK is not up to date, you can upgrade the Flutter SDK first. For more detailed information, please refer to the Flutter setup chapter in my tutorial. Now let's run Flutter from the command line. I'll choose the macOS target. Press 1. The Xcode build might take a while initially, but eventually you'll see the home screen. The home screen is currently empty. Pressing the plus icon on the floating action button opens the editing screen where you can enter the message and tag. If the message or tag are too short, a warning will be raised by the form validation. Correct it and then click on Send to Tangle. This is a point where the Rust function is normally called. However, at the moment, this functionality is not implemented. Nonetheless, our new message will be stored within the app. A list of all messages is created on the home screen, and you can add more messages or, as I will do now, access the previously entered message. This time, the data is fixed, and the Show in Block Explorer button is active. Currently, the app contains a fake block ID. This means that if I press the button now, the Block Explorer will open, but it will only display the data from the fake block ID. By the way, if you are wondering how I created the app, it's a combination of a video called Notes app by Mitch Coco and the Form Builder plugin from the Flutter package repository. The rest involved manual work and optimization done by myself to create a simple app with a user interface that I personally like. I click Ctrl+C to pause the app for now and focus on executing the common commands to set up the Flutter Rust bridge. Please note that in the upcoming sections and videos, there may be additional setup steps specific to different target platforms. To create the Rust library project, return to the terminal and execute cargo new lib rust. This command will create a new Rust project named Rust with a library configuration. Now let's install the code generator by typing cargo install flutter rust bridge codegen. I will fast forward the video at this point. Now we'll add some Flutter dependencies. The development plugin FFI-Gen and the package FFI are used for working with foreign function interfaces. The Flutter Rust Bridge package provides a bridge between Flutter and Rust code. The development dependency build runner is used for generating code during the build process. And the last two Flutter dependencies, the freezed and freezed annotation packages, they are used for code generation and immutable data modeling in Flutter. As a next step, we'll add the Rust dependency in the cargo toml file. For now it's only one, the Flutter Rust bridge, but later when we come to our own API there will come some more. To include both a static library and dynamic library, update the crate type in the lib section of cargo toml and type static lib and include also cdylib. This ensures that the project generates both a static library and a dynamic library. So far so good. We have now created the Flutter project and the Rust project, and we have also completed the main work in initializing the Flutter Rust bridge. The last thing I want to do in this video is to create our own Rust API using the source code from the previous tutorial chapter. To do that, I locate the summary section where we have collected the to-dos. Here we are. First, we copy the dependencies for the IOTA client, Tokyo and Anyhow and paste them to cargo toml. Second, we copy the code for api.rs, create the file, and paste the content of the clipboard. And third, in the lib.rs file we only declare the module API. The default code is deleted and we type mod API. There's one compiler warning left which says that the publish tag data block is not used, which is normal in the current status. Those were the initial steps for the practical implementation of our simple app project. In the next section, we will go through all the necessary steps to finalize the project for Android.